Arrived at your destination.
और ये मैक्स मैक्सिको को फर्स्ट हम चैप्टर पहला ही खेल रहे हैं।
Hi Rami, what's the plan?
बहुत ही डिफरेंट कार है, आप देख रहे हो।
Beautiful Mexican supercar, beautiful Mexican roads, promoting the Horizon Festival.
Do we need promoting? The festival seems to be doing
कार
okay.
का नाम
All right. I'll find
HL कार
someone
लिखा
else.
हुआ है।
That's not what I said. Of course I'll help you.
I knew I could rely on you. Let's go.
यहाँ रोजर हमारा नाम है, जो रोमिरो हमें बोल रहा है रोजर। ये हमारी रेस स्टार्ट हो गई फ्रेंड्स। लेट्स डू। 80 किलोमीटर पर आवर्स पर हमें रूट पे रखना है, इससे कम हमें रेस पे नहीं रखना। भी ले आ सकते हो, लेकिन डेस्टिनेशन पहुंचने से पहले रोड पे आप पहुंचना है। ये हम सीधे ट्रैक पर आ गए हैं। आप देख रहे हो अभी हमारी 200 से ऊपर
You
गाड़ी
want to
चल
tell
रही
me
है।
about the car, don't you?
I thought you'd never ask. So VUL is an abbreviation. It stands for vehicles
ये
of
हमारा
ultra-light
आगे
weight
ट्रैक
and
आप
high
देख रहे हो,
performance.
सामने 3.6 किलोमीटर एक डेस्टिनेशन शो कर रहा है हमारी जो है।
Yeah, great speed. Well, let's see how you handle some corners. The
यहाँ से हम
005
सीधे
is a
डायरेक्ट भी
track-focused supercar, designed and produced in Mexico, but tested and optimized in the UK. I even think I saw one at the festival when I was over there. We're driving the pre-production version of the Bull 05RR, an even more track-focused version.
देख रहे हो सीधे हम
Somehow,
ट्रैक से
the
आज जा रहे हैं।
reduced the weight by
अगर ये
65 kilos and increased the power to nearly 400 bhp. Then they lowered the engine by 50 millimeters to drop the center of gravity.
और ये saamne 1.9 किलोमीटर डेस्टिनेशन शो कर रहा है।
They're pretty serious about the ultra-light part. The 05RR even has an option for titanium bolts, saving enough. Another 4.5 kilos.
हमें यहाँ कैसे भी क्रॉस करके बाहर निकलना है।
Road and racing. The car was designed for an enhanced track experience, but remains road legal.
ये हम डेस्टिनेशन की तरफ आ रहे हैं।
Arrive at your destination.
चुके हैं। को एनिम के जो कुछ नाम इस गाड़ी का लिखा हुआ है, बहुत अजीब सा है। तो चलिए फ्रेंड्स शुरू करते हैं गेम प्ले रेस मिड इन मैक्सिको का सेकंड चैप्टर और देखते हैं ये कौन सा है, बगी इन द बाजा। चलिए फ्रेंड्स ये बगी इन द बाजा को प्ले करते हैं, इसमें भी हमें मजा आएगा। तो आप इस गेम को बगी इन द बाजा बड़ा मजा कर। बगी एक कार ही है, बग्गी नहीं है घोड़े वाली। आप देख रहे हो ये प्यारी सी क्यूट सी कार है रेड कलर की और ये पूरे रेगिस्तान जहाँ मर्जी घुस जाती है। बहुत प्यारी सी गाड़ी है, मुझे तो बड़ी पसंद आ रही है यार। नॉर्मल जो गाड़ियाँ है ना, इनसे अच्छा है कि दिल्ली शहरों में ऐसी गाड़ियाँ होनी चाहिए, कहीं भी बैठ के चले जाएं। तो फिर से हम अपनी बग्गी जो लेके निकल गए हैं, जो कार है एक्चुअली में, और हम शॉर्टकट वे हमने पकड़ लिया है ताकि हम बिल्कुल फटाक से पहुंच सके अपने डेस्टिनेशन पे। और आप सामने देख ही रहे हो कि एक ज़बरदस्त हमें एक रॉक भी दिख रही है, लेकिन हमें इसे क्रॉस करना है। पॉइंट से सीधे अपने डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंच रहे हैं और आप देख रहे हो ये हम अपने पॉइंट पे पहुंच गए और यहाँ से हमने फिर गाड़ी को मोड़ा अपने नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन फिर हमें दिखा दिया इसने। और अपने डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचने के लिए हमने ये देखना है कि भाई सामने डेस्टिनेशन हमारा पहाड़ों के बीच में तो नहीं है, कहीं हमारी गाड़ी घुस जाए। और बहुत ही सावधानी से निकलना है क्योंकि अगर हमारी गाड़ी स्टक होगी तो हमारा टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा। और फ्रेंड्स अगर टाइम वेस्ट हुआ तो फिर हम जो मिशन अपना जो हमारे प्ले कर रहे हैं वो ठीक से नहीं कर पाएंगे। ये हमारा नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन फिर डेजर्ट की तरफ दे दिया, आप देख रहे हो। और कंटिन्यू चल रहे हैं उसी ट्रैक पर। इस तरीके से स्टोन वगैरह उछल रहे हैं और हमारा आप देख रहे हो कि सामने फिर से एक डेस्टिनेशन शो कर दिया उसने। और ये हम यहाँ पर बहुत ही तरीके इतना रेत भरा हुआ है, कैसे गाड़ी जंप करके निकल रही है। तो हमें थोड़ा सा ट्रैक पर ही जाना पड़ेगा ताकि गाड़ी स्मूथली चल सके। ज़्यादा डेजर्ट में हम चलेंगे तो हम अपनी स्पीड को मेंटेन नहीं कर पाएंगे। आप देख रहे हो गाड़ी की स्पीड रेत में हमेशा कम हो जाती है। तो ये हम अपना नेक्स्ट जो डेस्टिनेशन पहुंच चुके हैं, फिर एक और डेस्टिनेशन इसने हमें दे दिया है। और आप देख रहे हो डेस्टिनेशन कहाँ पर है, मौजूद है। तो पूरी स्पीड से हमें चलना है उस डेस्टिनेशन की तरफ, क्योंकि खेतों में से होते हुए हम गुजर रहे हैं। ये हमें अपने डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचना है और ये हमने पूरा कर दिया डेस्टिनेशन। अब हमें लेफ्ट में घूमना है। लेफ्ट में आप देख रहे हो लेफ्ट में फिर डेस्टिनेशन दे दिया है और जगह जगह पॉइंट बने हुए हैं। आप अभी ये कुछ 500 मीटर की दूरी पे दिख रहा था, अब 300 के आसपास है। क्योंकि जैसे जैसे हम पास जा रहे हैं हम उसको उसके अपनी जो डेस्टिनेशन के बहुत पास होते जा रहे हैं। ये नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन फिर मिल गई है हमें, आप देख रहे हो। दोस्तों पहाड़ों के पत्थरों के बीच में रास्ते में जगह बनाई हुई है और वहाँ पर ये रास्ते को रोक लिया जाता है। और आप देख रहे हो हम ट्रैक पर फिर आ गए हैं। और हमें बीच में से जाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि पत्थर और रॉक्स बनी हुई है। ये हमारा डेस्टिनेशन आ गया है, ये देखिए हम पहुंचने वाले हैं और ये हम पहुंच गए हैं डेस्टिनेशन पे फ्रेंड्स। और चैप्टर कंप्लीट। हमने बगी इन द बाजा यानी कि बाजा कैलिफोर्निया में एक जगह है जो बहुत ही लंबे ट्रैक्स बने हुए हैं वहाँ पे रेसिंग के, तो उसे हमने कंप्लीट कर लिया है। और फ्रेंड्स 3 स्टार में हमने कंप्लीट किया है। तो फ्रेंड्स आप हमारे चैनल नैकोटेक को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए, लाइक कर दीजिए, शेयर कर दीजिए ताकि ऐसी गेम प्ले हम आपको फिर से दिखा सकें। तो चलिए फ्रेंड्स मिलते हैं। जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार।
Come meet me near Mulehe.
Welcome back to Hospital Records. We're here at Horizon.
Oh, right. I get it now.
Right, so the Vocho has a real place in every Mexican petrolhead's heart. And I thought what better way to celebrate than with a little race.
I can't fault that logic. Who are the other racers?
You know them. It's the Born Fast crew. They're raring to go. Hey, he's eager. But this isn't really a street race. There's no checkpoints, just the finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car, but a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us, and in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By '62, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in '71, El Vocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Vochos were imports, or CKDs. But in 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica, and back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen Sedan Última Edición rolled off the production line and went home to the Volkswagen Museum in Wolfsburg. So loved was the Vocho that it eventually outsold the Ford Model T to become the world's best-selling car, and was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim. That is a great car. Probably the most iconic car in all of Mexico. Ay, es increíble que un auto tan pequeño deje un vacío tan grande. Adiós, Sedan. Thanks. I'll call you when I've got that next one ready. I have 2 cars here. A first-generation Volkswagen and a 7th-generation Volkswagen Golf. Made in Mexico for almost half a century. Sadly, they stopped building them in 2021. But we can still race them. What do you say? To make it fair, I will give you a chance to make an informed choice. Let's go for a test drive. And I've got lots to tell you about Volkswagen Mexico. 'Cause 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 ' Shall we jump 40 years in the future and try the 7th generation? The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. All right. Enough driving around. Let's go head to head, after you've had a chance to rest.
Arrived at your destination.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. What a race! The difference 40 years makes!
You have arrived at your destination.
That's the old wolf.
No, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
See? Got it here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks.
Amigos, les gusta la música y también la
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that brush and stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. The Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150. Great, job's done. And the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F-100 back to the garage. Hey there! So, look at this. 1,400 horses of electric Ford Mustang. Get in! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Calm down. I know you like to go fast. I had a big breakfast. Multiplan Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. It's quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a prototype. Multiplan Assembly does a range of options for the Mach-E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. The performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. You can make 1400 horsepower and a ton of downforce at 160 miles per hour thanks to the Aero tube.
So what you're saying is, not bad for something that weighs more than that F-150 of yours.
Yes. And there we go.
Arrive at your destination.
'This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin! Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
(1,178 miles of the Pan-American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevation from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider, came third overall. Sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016, staying true to the original races with high-speed road stages. The routes for the race were carefully selected every year by planning committee and local government to ensure they were race-worthy and that they can be closed up for 2 hours. You could almost say they've been preparing for the festival for a very long time. This is Jamin's exit. It's been fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Great race. Almost like we did a little Panamericana with a friend. Anyways, hope you had fun with this little stroll through cars hechos en Mexico.
It was great. And let me know if you find any other cars like that.